Today, we head to Raval, the sacred birthplace of Srimati Radharani, about 9 kilometers from Mathura. King Vrishabhanu and Kirtida Devi, seeking a daughter, had performed severe austerities and pleased Lord Brahma. Their wish was granted. River Yamuna is not very far away from this place. 5,000 years ago, when King Vrishabhanu came here to take a bath in the river Yamuna, he found an effulgent lotus glowing like 1,000 suns. He was amazed to find the most beautiful baby girl lying within the petals of this lotus. He took the baby girl back home, much to the delight of Kirtida Devi. Lord Brahma appeared before the ecstatic parents and declared that this baby is the foremost worshipper of Sri Krishna and she would be celebrated as Srimati Radharani. At this temple, there is an adorable deity of baby Radharani. Her striking beauty touches every devotee's heart.
Garga Samhita explains the divine appearance of Srimati Radharani at this place. Actually, Vrishabhanu Maharaj was thrilled to receive the gift Srimati Radharani from the 1,000 petals lotus. But he was sad to notice the baby girl had closed the eyes. And they tried many ways to make the baby girl open her eyes, but she was not opening her eyes at all. The news spread everywhere that Vrishabhanu Maharaj has received a divine gift in the form of a baby girl in an extraordinary manner. To see that, many people started visiting their home. Coincidentally, Vrishabhanu Maharaj and Nanda Maharaj, living close by Gokul, Raval, they were very close friends. Nanda Maharaj, along with Yashoda and Krishna, came to Vrishabhanu's house to see that extraordinary child. Krishna, who was a crawling baby at that time, accompanied his mother. When Yashoda and Kirtida Devis were talking to each other, baby Krishna, who quietly crawls into the room where Srimati Radha was kept. As he touches Srimati Radha, Radha opens her eyes to see her beloved Lord Krishna. In this way, Srimati Radha, who had closed her eyes since her birth, finally opened her eyes to have the vision of her beloved Lord Sri Krishna. All those wonderful pastimes took place in this sacred land, Sri Raval.
At the time of Lord Krishna's pastimes, this was a green pasturing ground where Krishna and Balaram would come to graze their cows and calves. Here, Lord Balaram is affectionately called Dauji, which means older brother. This temple of Balaram is an important Parikrama stop.
Narada Purana describes Lord Balaram in this way: Namaste halagraha, namaste musalayudha, namaste revati kanta, namaste bhakta vatsala. Lord Balaram is the elder brother of Lord Krishna. This used to be the pasturing ground for Balarama's cows. So Krishna and Balaram would come here and spend their time. Vajranabha, the great grandson of Lord Krishna, 5,000 years back established this temple of Lord Balaram at this place, Dauji. Because Balaram carries the hala, he is called halagraha. He carries the plough as the mark of his weapon. And Balaram is the beloved husband of Srimati Radharani, who is standing exactly opposite to Balaram here and beholding the beauty of Balaram, who is completely absorbed in remembrance of Lord Krishna, because of which he has turned dark, the dark complexion Balaram, even though he is fair. Namaste Balaram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
A little away from temple of Lord Balaram is Sankarshana Kunda. This is also called Ksheerasagara Kunda. In this Kunda, the deity of Balaram, that is 5,000 years old and carved by Vajranabha, the great grandson of Lord Krishna, was actually hidden due to the fear of invaders. Later, it was discovered by devotees and installed in the temple of Dauji. Srimad Bhagavatam describes this beautiful place. Gapalayan sahabalaha ponayamscha venum vikridayanchati giritra ramarchitangrihi. Lord Krishna, whose lotus feet are worshipped by Lord Shiva and Lakshmi Devi, he used to visit this place along with Balaram. Sahabalaha vikridayanchati gapalayan. They would bring all their calves and cows to graze in this place. That's the speciality of this place, Dauji.
Our Parikrama continues to the three important vanas situated close to each other: Madhuvan, Talavana and Bahulavana.
Madhuram Madhuram Vapurasya Vibho, Madhuram Madhuram Vadanam Madhuram, Mrudugandhi Mrudusmitam Etad Aho, Madhuram 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 Madhuram. Krishna's body is sweet. Krishna's face is sweeter. Mild smile on Krishna's sweet face is the sweetest. Since Krishna is sweet and activities performed by Krishnas are also sweet, this place has got the name Madhuvana.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna would get his friends, calves and cows to this Madhuvana forest and perform enduring and sweet pastimes. Cows and calves of Lord Krishna would enhance the sweet pastimes of Lord Krishna. When Krishna would call all of them at the end of the day by playing on his flute, some of the innocent calves would immediately come, but some calves and cows would not. They wanted to hear their personal names from Krishna's own sweet mouth. Understanding their desire, Krishna would call out their names: Ravali, Dhavali, Shamali, Simhamukhi, Mridangamukhi, and immediately with great joy, all the calves and cows would run towards Krishna. This sweet pastimes used to take place at this spot. Another beautiful pastime that happened here relates to Madhu, a demon who was living here. Krishna slayed Madhu demon in this forest and took on the name Madhusudana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Madhuvana is also famous for a great devotee, Dhruva Maharaj. When Dhruva was just 5 years old, once was trying to sit on the lap of his father Uttanapada, wanted to enjoy the affectionate dealings with his father. But he was pushed away by his stepmother Suruchi and asked him to get away from the place because Dhruva was not born to her. Dhruva was humiliated. He was seething with anger. He approached his mother Suniti. Suniti guided Dhruva to go to forest and find Narayana, who alone can help Dhruva to get the kingdom as big as Uttanapada. On his way to forest, Dhruva Maharaj was actually met by Narada Muni. Narada Muni was sent by Narayana himself. Narada Muni tried testing Dhruva Maharaj, dissuading him from his goal, but Dhruva was not ready to listen and ready to give up his great goal. Narada Muni was pleased, and hence Narada Muni instructed Dhruva Maharaj with great Dwadakshari mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and asked Dhruva Maharaj to come to this very same place, Madhuvana, and be here and perform severe austerity, think of the Lord, remember the Lord, and glorify the Lord, and take bath in Yamuna thrice a day. In this way, Dhruva was guided by Narada Muni. Dhruva reaches this place, Dhruvatila, and start doing his severe austerity. In 6 months of time, Dhruva Maharaj pleased the Supreme Lord, and the Supreme Lord appeared before him. Dhruva Maharaj, seeing the Supreme Lord in all his glory standing before him, holding Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, was excited. He was touched and moved, and he started offering his prayers. At the end, Dhruva glorified the Lord. Sthanabhilashi tapase sthiteham Tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam Kachan vichinnavan api divya ratnam Swamin kritarthosmi varam na yache. My dear Lord, I came here to ask a bigger planet than my father. It was like asking for a small glass pieces. But in return, I have got you, who is the Supreme Lord. Now I feel I don't wish to ask anything in this world but only you. In this way, Dhruva Maharaj exhibited his pure devotion to the Supreme Lord Narayana and pleased Narayana at this place. We can see here Narayana along with great sage Narada and Dhruva Maharaj. This is Dhruva Narayana temple in Madhuvana.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna and Balaram are called Gopal because they are always with cows and cowherd friends. Once, friends like Subala, Sudama, Stoka Krishna approached Krishna and Balaram and they made a request. They informed Krishna Balaram, in the vicinity of the forest, there is another forest by the name Talavana. And that forest is filled with tall tala trees, which is filled with sweet, juicy, fragrant tala fruits. And the friends were tempted to go and taste those fruits. But they also warned Balaram that once Indra, the king of heaven, had come there to taste them. But he was defeated and driven away by the demon who was a guard, also an assistant to Kamsa, who lives in the form of a great gigantic demon called Dhenukasura. They all made a request to Krishna and Balaram, especially to Balaram. Namaste Dharani Dhara, Namaste Balanam Shrestha, Namaste Pralambare, Ehimam Krishna Purvaja. Obeisance unto you, O upholder of the earth. Obeisance unto you, O best of the strongs. Obeisance unto you, O enemy of the demon Pralamba. We request you to please fulfill our desire. Immediately, Krishna and Balaram, along with their cowherd friends, came to this Talavana forest. As they entered, Balaram, with his mighty arms, started yonking the tala fruits. Many tala fruits fell on the ground. This created a tumultuous sound that disturbed great demon Dhenukasura. Dhenukasura, with great anger and agitation, came out to attack Balaram. But Balaram caught hold of the hind legs of Dhenukasura and started wheeling him around. Balaram threw Dhenukasura onto the tall tala trees and killed him. And many more demons came out who were also in the forms of donkeys. At that time, Krishna and Balaram, both of them together, slayed all the demons and glorified this place. And now, as a witness to this pastime, there is this beautiful temple of Krishna and Balaram, and next to the temple is the Sankarshana Kunda.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
This enchanting forest of Bahulavana is full of beauty. Bahulavana is one of the 12 main forests of Braj Mandal. In Mathura Khanda from Skanda Purana it is mentioned, Bahula Shri Hare Patne Tatra Tishtati. Because Lord Krishna's Sakhi Bahula resides here, it has got the name Bahulavana. There are two beautiful sarovaras here. One is Man Sarovar, other one is Sankarshana Sarovar. On the bank of Sankarshana Kunda, there is a temple in which there are deities of Lord Sri Krishna, Bahula, her calf, a Brahmana and a tiger. There is an interesting story behind this. Once, Bahula, Lord Sri Krishna's cow, came here to drink the water from Sankarshana Kunda. A fierce tiger attacked and caught her. Bahula pleaded the tiger to let her go, to feed milk to her hungry calf. But tiger was dubious about this proposal. Then Bahula convinced the tiger, telling about the speciality of this place. Lord Sri Krishna, who is glorified in the Vedas as Satyavratam, Satyaparam, Trisatyam, Satyasya Yonim Nihitam Cha Satyam, Satyasya Satyam Vrata Satya Netram, Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapannaha. Oh my dear tiger, all of us have taken shelter of Lord Krishna, who is Satyatmaka, who is Satyavrata, who is Param Satya. How can we ever go wrong in our promise? We will never go away from our words. I will surely come back. Hearing these words, tiger allowed the Bahula to go back. Bahula, when she returned her home, she asked her calf to drink milk to full of his satisfaction, and then told him that she would not be available in future to feed him. Calf, hearing this, was piteously crying, requesting Mother Bahula not to return, but Bahula convinced the calf importance of following the truthfulness. Finally, calf and Bahula both returned to be eaten by the tiger. Seeing this truthfulness, tiger, who was actually none other than Dharmaraj, who was testing the truthfulness of Brajavasis, revealed his true identity and blessed the cow. That beautiful pastime took in this forest of Bahulavana. Machchitta matgata prana bodhayanta mam parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, devotees like to gather together to think of Krishna, glorify Krishna, remember him. In this way, throughout the day during the Parikrama, we visited many pastime places, remembered Krishna, discussed about Krishna Katha, and relished those pastimes. As the sun sets, today's Parikrama also ends, and we look forward to another sunrise for another day of Parikrama.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजन्तं कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सतङ्कनेत्रं मुहुश्वासकं पात्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठ स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति धृत्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषितज्ञेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षं वदिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशदपीह इदं ते वपुरनाथ गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्या वीरास्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजम् अत्यन्तनीले घृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविरास्तामालं लक्षलाभये नमो देव दामोदरानन्तविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलविमग्नं कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनं बतानु गृहाणेश मामज्ञं ये दक्षिदृश्ये कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकाम्ये प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्तेऽस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नमस्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यं ततो धृत्यगोप्या परामृष्टमत्यं ततो धृतगोप्या परामृष्टमत्यं ततो धृत्यगोप्या जयो राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर